What if I told you that the greatest power you have is in how you choose to respond? That the moment you react in anger, frustration, or pain, you give control to the very person who hurt you. But if you hold your peace, if you stand in your power, no one, absolutely no one, can shake you. If you're tired of feeling controlled by other people's words and actions, then listen closely. This could change everything for you. We live in a world where people will test you, push you, and sometimes try to break you. But understand this, your reaction is your power. It's not about being weak. It's about being wise. When someone tries to hurt you, don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you break. Don't let their words, their actions, or their negativity pull you into a place of darkness. Instead, rise above. I learned this lesson early in my career. There were people who doubted me, insulted me, and even tried to sabotage my success. But I refused to react. I refused to let their negativity define my destiny. And that's what you need to do too. When someone hurts you, pause, breathe, ask yourself, does this person's opinion shape my future? Do they have the power to stop my dreams? The answer is no. You hold the power. You decide what energy you allow into your life. So today, I challenge you. Stop reacting. Start responding with strength. Choose silence over anger. Choose peace over conflict. Choose your future over temporary emotions. Because the most powerful person in the room, that's the one who doesn't react. When you react to someone who hurts you, you are giving them power over your emotions. You let them dictate how you feel, how you think, and sometimes even how you act. But the truth is, no one should have that kind of control over you. The moment you react in anger, frustration, or sadness, you are allowing an external force to disrupt your inner peace. That is why the strongest people are not the ones who fight back immediately, but the ones who hold their ground, observe, and choose their response wisely. Think about it. If someone insults you and you react with anger, what happens? You match their energy. You step into their world of negativity. And in doing so, you become exactly what they wanted you to be. Disturbed, upset, and out of balance. But if you choose not to react, if you simply acknowledge their words and let them pass like the wind, you remain untouchable. You show them that their words have no effect on you, and that is the greatest power you can have. This is not about suppressing emotions, it's about mastering them. It's about knowing when a response is necessary and when silence speaks louder than words. Some people seek to provoke because they thrive on reactions. They feed off the energy of conflict. But if you refuse to engage, they are left with nothing. They lose their grip on you. Over time, they stop trying because they realize their attempts are useless. True strength comes from self-control, gal. Imagine a storm raging around a mountain. The wind howls, the rain pours, but the mountain remains unmoved. That is how you should be when negativity tries to shake you. People may say what they want, they may do what they want, but you remain firm. Because at the end of the day, your emotions, your peace, and your energy belong to you, not to them. The more you understand this, the more unshakable you become. Silence is often misunderstood. People think that if you don't respond, you are weak, that you are allowing someone to walk over you. But in reality, silence is one of the most powerful responses you can give. When someone tries to hurt you with their words, they are looking for a reaction. They want to see you get angry, break down, or fight back. They want proof that they have affected you. But when you stay silent, you take away their power. You show them that their words do not hold weight in your life. Imagine two people arguing. One shouts, the other remains calm. The one who shouts gets more frustrated, their voice gets louder, their emotions take over. But the calm one remains still, unshaken. Over time, the one who is shouting begins to feel foolish, because without reaction, their words lose meaning. This is the strength of silence. It creates discomfort for the person trying to harm you, forces them to deal with their own emotions without dragging you into their chaos. Silence also gives you time. When you don't react instantly, you allow yourself a moment to think. You remove yourself from the heat of the moment and look at the situation clearly. How many times have people said things in anger that they later regret? How many fights have escalated simply because two people kept reacting to each other? But when you stay silent, you break the cycle. You don't let emotions control you. You remain in charge of yourself. Some people mistake silence for approval, but that is not true. Silence is not about agreeing with what someone is saying. It is about choosing not to waste your energy on something that does not serve you. It is about knowing that words spoken in anger often hold no real truth. When you learn to embrace silence in the face of negativity, you stop being controlled by the actions of others. You step into a place of deep inner power, where nothing and no one can pull you down into their storm. People will test you, whether they do it knowingly or not. Some do it because they want to see how much control they have over you. Others do it simply because they are driven by their own pain and insecurities. When someone tries to hurt you, they are not always looking to destroy you. Sometimes they are just looking for proof that they can shake you. They want to know if their words or actions have the power to change your mood, to make you angry, to pull you into their world of negativity. It happens everywhere, in families, friendships, workplaces, and even with strangers. Someone might insult you just to see how you react. They might ignore you to see if you crave their attention. They might criticize you to see if you will break. And the moment you respond with anger, sadness, or desperation, they get what they were looking for. They now know that they can influence you, that their words or actions have weight in your life. But when you do not react, when you remain steady in yourself, you send a different message. You show them that their attempt to shake you has failed. You prove that your emotions are not at the mercy of their actions, and in that moment they lose interest. Because people who test you are only interested in those who give them a reaction. If you don't give them one, they move on. This is why emotional control is so important. When you understand that people's behavior is often a reflection of their own internal struggles, you stop taking things personally. You see their words for what they are, attempts to trigger something in you. But you don't have to respond. You don't have to give them the reaction they are seeking. The more you hold your ground, the less power they have over you. And over time, they stop trying because they realize that no matter what they do, you remain steady, unaffected, and in complete control of yourself. Your energy is one of the most valuable things you have. It shapes your mood, your thoughts, and the way you experience life. But too often, people give their energy away without realizing it. They let other people's words, actions, and opinions drain them. They allow negativity to take up space in their minds. They react to every insult, every rude comment, every unfair situation. And by the end of the day, they feel exhausted. Not because of what happened, but because of how much energy they wasted on things that didn't deserve it. Not everyone deserves your energy. Some people thrive on conflict. They look for ways to get a reaction from you because it feeds them. If you respond to their negativity, they get stronger. But if you stay calm, if you refuse to engage, they have nothing to hold on to. They are left with their own frustration while you walk away with your peace intact. Imagine your energy as a fire. Every time you react to negativity, you take a piece of your fire and hand it to someone else. If you keep doing this, soon you will have nothing left for yourself. But when you protect your energy, when you decide where to invest it, your fire burns brighter. You use your energy for things that matter, for your growth, your happiness, and your success. This is why you must be selective. Every time you face negativity, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most of the time, the answer is no. A rude comment, a passing insult, a meaningless argument, these things do not deserve a piece of you. Let them pass. Save your energy for things that truly matter. When you do this, you become stronger. You stop feeling drained by other people's actions. You realize that your peace is yours to protect. No one can take it from you unless you give it away. And once you learn to guard your energy, you step into a place of true power, where nothing and no one can disturb your inner balance. What others say about you is not your truth. People will always have opinions. They will judge, criticize, and make assumptions about you based on their own limited perspective. But their words do not define who you are. Their opinions do not shape your reality. The only thing that truly matters is what you believe about yourself. Too many people spend their lives trying to prove others wrong, trying to change the way people see them. They waste their energy defending themselves against lies, fighting against misunderstandings, and seeking validation from those who do not even know their full story. But no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to control what others think. People will see you through the lens of their own experiences, their own insecurities, and their own limitations. If someone calls you weak, does that make you weak? If someone says you will never succeed, does that make it true? No. Words only have power if you accept them as truth. The moment you stop letting other people's opinions affect you, you free yourself. You realize that what they say is a reflection of them, not you. A person who insults others is often carrying their own pain. A person who doubts you is speaking from their own fears. It has nothing to do with you. Instead of reacting, focus on what you know to be true. Focus on your actions, your efforts, and your progress. Because in the end, actions speak louder than words. People can say whatever they want, but they cannot deny the reality of who you are and what you achieve. Time has a way of revealing the truth. The more you grow, the more you succeed, the less their words will matter. So let them talk. Let them assume. Let them believe whatever they want. Does not change your truth. It does not change your worth. You are not here to live up to their expectations. You are here to become the best version of yourself, and that has nothing to do with the opinions of others. Learning to pause before responding is one of the greatest skills you can develop. In moments of anger, frustration, or hurt, the instinct is to react immediately. Words come out without thinking, emotions take control, and before you know it, you've said or done something you regret. But when you pause even for a few seconds, everything changes. You give yourself the space to think, to breathe, to decide whether the situation even deserves your energy. Most conflicts don't come from what happens, but from how people react to what happens. Someone says something rude, and instead of letting it go, you snap back. Now the situation has escalated. A simple disagreement turns into a heated argument, all because neither person took a moment to pause. But if you train yourself to stop, even for a brief moment, you create a gap between what happens and how you respond. And in that gap, there is power. Pausing is not about being passive. It is about choosing your response wisely. It is about understanding that not every action deserves a reaction. Sometimes silence is more powerful. Sometimes walking away is the best choice. Sometimes simply taking a deep breath is enough to prevent unnecessary conflict. The more you practice this, the more control you gain over your emotions. Think of your mind like a still lake. When someone throws a stone into it, the water ripples. But if the lake is deep and steady, the ripples fade quickly. That is what happens when you pause. Instead of letting someone else's words disturb your peace, you let them pass. You do not allow yourself to be pulled into their storm. With time, this habit becomes natural. You stop reacting impulsively. You stop wasting energy on things that do not matter. You learn to respond only when necessary and in a way that aligns with your peace. And once you master the pause, you realize that most situations do not even require a response at all. Not every battle is worth fighting. Life will present you with many situations where you feel the urge to defend yourself, to prove a point, or to correct someone who has wronged you. But if you try to fight every battle that comes your way, you will exhaust yourself. You will waste your time, your energy, and your peace on things that do not truly matter in the long run. Some people argue just to argue. They don't seek understanding, they seek conflict. If you engage with them, you are stepping into their world where there is no real solution, only endless back and forth. The more you fight, the more fuel you give them. But if you refuse to engage, if you simply walk away, the fight ends before it even begins. Not because you are weak, but because you understand that some battles are meaningless. It is important to ask yourself, what do I gain by engaging in this conflict? Will winning this argument change anything? Will proving my point bring me peace? More often than not, the answer is no. Most conflicts are temporary. The frustration you feel in the moment will fade, but if you react impulsively, the consequences of your reaction may stay with you much longer. There is wisdom in knowing when to walk away. Some battles drain you without offering anything in return. They pull you into negativity and distract you from the bigger picture. True strength is not found in fighting every fight. It is found in choosing which fights matter. When you stop giving your energy to unnecessary battles, you free yourself. You redirect your focus toward things that actually contribute to your growth and happiness. This does not mean you should let people walk over you. It means understanding the difference between what deserves your attention, what is simply a distraction. When you learn to let go of pointless conflicts, you gain something far more valuable than a temporary victory. You gain peace. And in the end, peace is the greatest victory of all. Success is the best response when someone doubts you, criticizes you, or tries to bring you down. The most powerful thing you can do is not argue, not defend yourself, but simply succeed. Let your actions speak louder than their words. Let your growth silence their doubts. Let your achievements be the answer to every insult, every rejection, every moment of disrespect. People who try to hurt you want a reaction. They want to see you struggle, to see you waste your energy fighting them. But when you ignore their negativity and focus on your own progress, you take away their power. You show them that their words do not stop you, that their doubts do not define you. Instead of proving yourself to them, you prove yourself to yourself. Think about the people who have achieved great things. They did not spend their time arguing with those who said they couldn't. They did not waste their energy trying to convince others of their worth. They focused on their path. They worked in silence and let their results make the noise. That is the mindset you need to adopt. Every time someone tries to discourage you, use it as fuel. Let it push you forward instead of pulling you down. When they say you can't, let that be the reason you do. When they try to break you, let that be the reason you build yourself stronger. Success is not about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that their words never had any real power to begin with. There is no greater satisfaction than looking back and realizing that every challenge, every insult, every moment of doubt was just a stepping stone to something greater. The people who once doubted you will either disappear or be forced to acknowledge the truth. But by then, their opinion won't matter anymore, because you will have already won, not by fighting them, but by focusing on your growth. When you rise above negativity and dedicate yourself to your goals, you realize that success is not just the best response, it is the only response you will ever need. Stay focused on your purpose. Life is full of distractions. Some come in the form of challenges, others in the form of people. The more you grow, the more you will encounter opinions, judgments, and negativity. Some people will question your dreams. Some will try to pull you in directions that do not serve you. But no matter what happens, you must keep your eyes on your path. Many people lose their way because they allow themselves to be distracted by things that do not matter. They get caught up in proving themselves to others, in responding to criticism and fighting battles that have nothing to do with their true goals. But every time you shift your focus away from your purpose, you slow yourself down. Imagine walking on a road and stopping to respond to every voice that calls your name. You would never reach your destination. The key is to remind yourself why you started. What is the reason behind your journey? What is the goal you are working toward? When you keep these questions at the front of your mind, everything else becomes noise. The opinions of others, the small challenges, the distractions, they lose their power because they do not align with your bigger vision. People who succeed are not necessarily the smartest or the strongest. They are the ones who do not allow themselves to be swayed by distractions. They do not waste their time arguing. They do not let negativity pull them away from their mission. They keep moving forward step by step, no matter what comes their way. Every time you feel tempted to react to negativity, ask yourself, will this matter in a year? Will this help me grow? If the answer is no, let it go. Your energy is limited, and it should be spent on things that bring you closer to your dreams. The world will always try to test your focus, but the ones who achieve great things are those who refuse to be led astray. They understand that the journey is long, and the only way to reach the destination is to stay focused, no matter what tries to pull them off course. Inner peace is your greatest strength. In a world filled with noise, chaos, and negativity, the ability to remain calm is a rare and powerful gift. Many people allow their emotions to be controlled by external circumstances. If someone insults them, they feel angry. If someone doubts them, they feel insecure. If things do not go their way, they feel frustrated. But true strength comes from within, not from controlling the outside world, but from mastering yourself. When you have inner peace, nothing can shake you. People may say what they want, situations may not go as planned, but you remain steady. You no longer depend on others to make you feel good. You no longer allow temporary problems to steal your happiness. You understand that peace is not something you find, it is something you create within yourself. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that problems do not exist. It means facing life with a calm mind. It means knowing that no matter what happens, you have the ability to handle it. When you stop reacting to every little thing, you free yourself.